How is everyone doing? Sorry I'm a little late. I'm also a bit tired. Despite getting 8 hours of sleep last night, you wouldn't think I did. Yeah. Okay, so, brain not working yet. Where I left off. Where did I leave off? How long ago was the last RimWorld stream? Overwatch, Warframe, Minecraft, Overwatch, RimWorld. 11 days ago, huh? Oh, back when it was like the beginning of my leave. Oh, look at that. Well, we're at the tail end of my leave now. I have about 4 days left. I know that doesn't sound like the tail end, but that's what happens when you request 2.5 weeks off. Now, I believe that means that the last time I streamed, I was talking about doing um, some scheduling stuff off camera. That's what this looks like now. Just ignore the guy down there. I guess I haven't fixed up his schedule. But I adjusted the work schedule a little bit. And most importantly, fixed. There it is, the work menu. So now I have pops that are more focused on what they're doing specifically. I haven't renamed them like how it's the chef, builder, doctor. I haven't fixed that. Um, but for the most part, it's still going to be relatively accurate because I gave them the task of doing what they do best. Like in this case, Fume is the gardener. They have the highest skills in doing gardening stuff. And then I assigned a second job, which will be research, and then I pretty much leave it there. Most of the people only will have the haul and clean set to 3, and then we'll just have ones and twos throughout their roster. Some people do have threes. For instance, I have Fume and Adams have basic as 3. Because like even here, Jitter, their whole thing is that they actually cook. They cook first, and then they study afterwards. And then that's all they have. If there's nothing to research and they're done cooking, they'll have nothing to do. So I have basic set on, so that they'll go and uh, just do general stuff. So some people do have threes dotted in their area, like Kotbish, who's got handling as their first, handling and cleaning as their first, and then their second being cooking and hunting, and then their third being animals and art. Well, no, not animals, sorry, fishing. Hand, I was looking the wrong column. Cooking, hunting, and then fishing, yeah. But that's basically the gist of it, is I'm making pops be more focused rather than letting them do every job, but prioritize every job. I'm just making them do specific jobs. Which does ultimately mean you've got pops that are capable of doing jobs really well, like Road, who is 13 in animals, but isn't even rostered to do animals at all. Because I think I want Road doing construction first and then mining second. And we've got enough people that are capable of doing animals. I think we'll be okay. Now, it has been a little bit as well, so there have been a couple of changes other than that. Starters, we have, I think you're new as well. We have 3 new colonists. We've got Raysek, Kotbish, and Jada joining us. Also, Yuki grew up a little bit. After sorting out the scheduling and rostering and all that jazz, things did actually start getting a little bit better. The floor is still dirty, but it's a lot cleaner than it was. We were also having power issues. even though we put in a vanometric power cell. But I do believe I've fixed that now. I think the game is being really quiet. Hold on. I think that fixed it. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, but we did fix the power issue, kind of in a way. I discovered this wasn't plugged in. My little outpost geothermal generator wasn't actually plugged in, meaning it wasn't ever actually producing any power. Well, it was. It just wasn't going anywhere. It was just burning up the power at the same speed as it was making it, and basically just charging these mini turrets that are here to defend that geothermal generator because it's far away from the main house. Plugged it in, power got better. I do kind of want to create a solar panel field though. Probably over here, because that'll also help with power generation. At the moment, it seems like we're okay on power, but God only knows how long that'll last. Also, I loaded a whole bunch of these animals into a pod and released them. I sent and then I took them away and then I released them. I didn't realize just how many of these I was gonna get. And the thing is, right, is I then came back, obviously having just gotten rid of the maximum amount of those as I could fit into a transport pod. And as soon as I came back, I got an announcement saying that one of these guys have wandered in and have self-tamed. It's like, are you kidding me? I just got rid of a bunch of you, and now you're telling me that another one showed up? So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. I'm thinking that I will probably just have to load more into a transport pod and get rid of them. Um, I don't know how long the life expectancy is on these guys. 15 years. Because I mean, I guess I could try and do sterilization surgery, but obviously if it goes badly, they explode. But it's an idea. Ugh. So the other unfortunate thing about the save is it's gotten so big that now it's actually starting to lag a little bit. Only when I'm streaming though. When I'm actually playing this off camera, it's actually perfectly fine. But on camera is a little laggy. Oh, good, that's actually finished finally. All right. Wait, can I not see it because? I don't think I can see it because of the solar flare. Hang on. So I'm thinking, since the colony is getting into a much better state now, we're auto saving. There we go. Like we're not in a flawless state. I think we're still. Yeah, we have no components still. Power's back. We have no components. How much steel do we have? Okay, we have a good amount of steel. We have 2082 steel. So we're not in the worst place in the world, but we're also definitely not in the best. So what I want to do is trigger another void provocation. Try and see if we can get another anomaly that we can capture and learn about. What was that noise? Oh god, my frames. Why are you bleeding? Hold on, so... Alright, that means I can reinstall this one, actually. Alright. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh yeah, need an invoker. Man. Yeah, just on the off chance. I may not actually need these guards here because we've got turrets now set up in the area. There's another one there hidden behind the tree. Okay, well nothing immediately jumped out, so I think we're okay. Man, I really wish that builders prioritize finishing things first. A Gorehulk assault. Okay, you can fight. You specialize in melee though. Equip. And you can do either or. In that case, I'm actually going to give you. I'll give you this sniper rifle. Actually, no. You can take the assault rifle. You're a child. You can't do either. Signal can't do anything. Jess can. All right. Oh, but Jess is in the cryopod. All right, everyone assemble. Oh, good. New research available. Is that them making that noise? Oh no, it's probably the llamas. What? No rooms have a minimum capture level. What does this have? Hold on. Requires 60.
We'll be asking the questions, old man. Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Shoo.
I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
That is what I just said.
Shoo-wabby.
I did not say what. I said you.
That's what I'm asking you.
And you is answering.
Shut up. You.
Yes?
Not you, him. What's your name?
Me.
Yes, you.
I am me.
I forgot how long this was.
I'm you.
I forgot how long that was. Thank you, Shoot. Hi, Shoot. I hope you enjoyed your stream. I had your stream open over in the corner. I just couldn't speak. Just couldn't hear anything. And I saw you were drawing. I don't. Who were you drawing? Who was them? So I don't think there's ground under there. Why can't I put this dude in there? I can't. What are you going on about, game? Dailies commission. Ah. Well, it was looking quite good. It was going very well, it looked like. I need to get back into practicing practicing drawing. I rearranged my desk, and I've got the drawing tablet in front of me now instead of off to the side, but I still haven't done an awful lot of drawing yet. Okay, they're all going on that side. Flamefire. Am I pronouncing that right? Flamefire. Flamefire? It's probably Flamefire. Hello. On the bright side, they don't seem overly strong. I mean, they're killing. They just killed one of my puppies, but like, it's a puppy. There any more? Oh, there's another. I need to set up more containment areas because, like, this one, I only have one available to me. The Gorehawk. It's just run off. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. There's too many trees around. I think that's all of them. Oh, one of the other puppies just... Oh, another dog just bled to death. Well, it's a good thing I have a lot of dogs. Sounds heartless, but that's the way it is. Is that all the Gorehawks? Yes. Yes. Okay. And surprisingly, not as many people are upset by being controlled for so long. I guess that's a good sign. I'm going to also copy and paste this room. Because I need to have more... Whoopsies. I need to have more containment cells active. I think I have enough resources to make all these rooms. Well, not really. I have the steel, I just don't have the components. All those other Gorehawks are just gonna have to die, and we'll just keep the one on us. Actually, I might be able to store him temporarily. It may escape soon. Well, how soon is soon? How soon is soon? Because I could theoretically put him in this temporary containment zone, in the light zone, and then move him to the medium zone later. So I'm pretty sure that these are only medium tier. Pretty sure there's a higher tier. Okay, well that one died, so it doesn't matter. Are there any others around? That one's dead. They're probably all dead at this point. Because they've all been bleeding out for a while. Oh, well, the Gore Hulk just died on the platform. Well, I mean, I guess it gives me a chance to put it over here in this containment zone that's better. Still not actually that high quality, but, well. I also just realized that I never put flooring underneath the doors. There we go. Alright. The entity. How's it doing? Blood loss is extreme. No, death in 0.3 hours. Well. Yep, there it goes. Well, I guess it gives me more of a chance to try and get the containment area up and running properly. I might make, yeah, I'm gonna make a shard inhibitor because like I have an electric inhibitor. But like this was not even enough strength. The containment strength here was only 55. It needed at least 60 in order to not break out. Maybe making more of these might make a difference. But I wouldn't know unless I had the components to make it. The shard inhibitor doesn't even require any components. It just uses steel and shards. And I have one shard, I think. How many shards do I have? Oh, okay, I have 3. Which is enough for me in order to make, well, 3 of these inhibitors. I'll make just the one for now. Well, I guess it's actually kind of disappointing though, because I can't do this again for another few days, for another 4 days. Huh. Wow. Okay. I guess draw shamblers is a good thing for me to work towards, but I'm going to start with bioferrite harvesting. That way I don't have to do it manually, since that also gives you more back. How many turret packs do you need to make still? Oh god, so many. Honestly, once you finish that one, I'm going to pause the work on turret packs. Because as useful as they are, um, I need those components for other things in the colony. And the fact that the first thing that he wants to use those components for is to make turret packs, it's kind of a shame. There you go. Now he should be making components and then not spending them immediately on turret packs. He should instead be using them for stuff in the colony. Roll menu. And see, that's the other problem is that these animals they weigh it so much, so I can't even carry like super large amount of them. Oh, people. I thought I was going to say another trade ship, but no, people. Who? Waldo. Oh, of a timber wolf. I was like to say, what? These things are so annoying to deal with. Did you pick it up? Oh yeah, because it's a baby, you don't have to actually lead it with a lead. You can just pick it up. I don't know why I didn't think that. I don't know why I assumed that you couldn't pick up a boomalope, but if it's a baby one, then why not? How we doing? We still need 5 more boomalopes and our handler, who's going to be releasing the animals properly when we get to the new location. I'd almost argue that Speed 2 and Speed 3 are actually almost the same speed now because of the lag. So now we just need Blondie. Here they come. And Nato, who is actually doing the loading. I've been playing another colony, actually, in my spare time that has a whole bunch more mods installed. There's a whole bunch more mods installed on that one, and it's more like SCP focused because I have the Anomaly DLC active. Because I created a scenario to force it to start, and also and some of the mods installed also add more Anomaly stuff. And so far I've been enjoying it. And obviously I fixed the food situation that I'm having in this colony by just ramping up the size of the farm like fivefold. I may as well just land right next door because I'm not dropping off any toxic materials or anything. I'm dropping off animals. Oops. Okay, just set up a camp. Alright, Nato. Get to work in releasing all of these boomalopes. Dope. He knows what's up. He's just doing it without even queuing those ones. There's a geothermal generator right there. Can you do construction work? Not assigned to construction. You are now. This is gonna take a hot minute. I'm gonna have a quick drink while this is going on. Ursula has given birth to Rot. Wonder how big this list of names is. Alright, set to load. 1 Netor. For components. I don't know. 180 steel. Weird. I was looking at one that makes trees transparent when you hover over them. I guess the benefit of that is if you're living in the jungle where trees just run rampant. Okay, well it didn't blow up, so... All done? All done. Do I want him to attack? No, because he's only just using a tomahawk. It's going to be here forever. Let's head off. Oh, he's missing 10 steel, but, like, oh well. What does it take to build one of these? Bioferrite and components. Okay. I guess I don't want to go too crazy with them. Unless two of the components immediately used. Wow, that is really strong. This shard inhibitor is now making this containment strength of 75, but this one that it's reaching through the wall is 65, which is on its own enough to deal with those things that spawned in earlier. Also, yeah, it looks like you can make multiple of these. Yeah, see, 6 connected to building. Well, well, well. I know I don't have enough shards for that. I gotta keep my eye out for more of them. Gee, thanks, phone. What the hell? Phone's gone crazy. Alright. Sorry, a friend of mine was texting me about some stuff that he's doing. He's currently returned to studying at university, but he's gone back to the same university that we'd been to previously. So he was just sending me a picture of the university, being like nostalgia. It is indeed nostalgic. It has been a while since I was in university now. The thing is, I don't know if I miss it or not. Because on one hand, it gave me an awful lot of stress, that university. The course was very haphazardly made because we were, like, one of the first groups of people to go through it. Literally, when I showed up at university, right? Because, for those who don't know, I studied game development. I learned how to make video games. And I went to the university and studied there, and when I arrived, they were doing orientation, and they said that they were restructuring the entire course. Turns out there had been like one grade basically before us, one cohort of people to go through the course before us, and they changed their mind on how they wanted the course to be structured after they sent those people through. So when I came through, they just finished restructuring the entirety of the course. So we ended up having lecturers and tutors who had no idea what it was that they were doing because it was their first time doing it, and then it was immediately restructured and they had to do it again. In fact, I even had one class that was absolutely abysmal in stuff. The lecturer had no idea what they were doing. Well, no, it wasn't the lecturer, sorry, it was the tutor. The tutor had no idea what they were doing. They literally just gave us the same information that they were given and told us to work. But we had no idea what we were doing. When we were given the assessment, I had to go up and ask some questions about it because I didn't understand. They weren't able to give any answers other than it's all written in this sheet. It's like, no, it's not. The information is not given in this sheet. And then they just kept repeating it over and over again. Because there wasn't any information there. It was... I understand that they were struggling because they didn't know what to do, but telling us to then look at the sheet because the sheet has all the answers, no, it doesn't. I didn't know what I was doing because they didn't know what they were doing. By the end of it, we still got everything done, but, like, still, come on. It was terrible. I hated that class. It was so haphazardly done. But that's what I mean, is that the university had a lot of stress on me. It put a lot of stress on me because when I told you that they had restructured the course, that was the first time they did it. They restructured the whole course a second time. Partway into my degree, they actually changed how the course was being done. They even changed what the course was even called. The entirety of the degree had basically just changed names. And the requirement to get into the course Basically, in order to get into the course, you have to have done normal maths. I don't actually remember the letter classifications, but back in high school, we referred to three different types of maths, as dumb maths, normal maths, and smart maths. That was what everyone in school referred to them as. Where are these drop pods? I'm not seeing any drop pods, game. Oh, up there. Oh, it's silver. Up. Oh god. And you gotta pick up these pennies because I need as many pennies as possible. I have no money at all. I definitely don't have any money in the slightest. Where do I see my monies? Yeah, I got no monies. But yeah. So they back in high school, they were affectionately known among the kids as dumb maths, normal maths, and smart maths. I was in normal maths, and I was struggling in normal maths. Maths and me, we don't get along very well. I can't work with numbers. It's very difficult. Which is ironic that I then went into making video games and I made programming my minor because I actually quite like programming. I always made the joke in saying it meant that I was learning how to tell a computer how to do the maths for me. That was the joke that I always said. And yeah, so they restructured the entire course again while we were in the middle of it, and they changed the requirement from normal maths to smart maths, meaning you had to have done smart maths in order to get into the course. The problem with that means that the classes that I was taking was now using a form of mathematics and used prerequisite knowledge that I didn't have. I even spoke to one of my lecturers and said, hey, look, and I wasn't the only one too. There were actually a couple of other a couple of other students actually that came up and said the same thing because they were in the same boat as me, where they never learnt the maths that we were using in that class because the course was for normal maths and then it was changed to smart maths, meaning that in smart maths they were taught how to do this other system that we hadn't been taught because we weren't in that. The lecturer's response was, well, then you're going to fail. Gee, thanks. The lecturer just straight up said that if we don't learn how to use this system in our own time, if we don't figure out how to do the maths that he's using in his class, that we would fail. On the bright side, dude was fucking wrong. We didn't really use enough of the maths for it to be a problem. We used it a little bit, but not even that much. And I graduated with a high distinction, so get fucked. The dude straight up told me that I wouldn't succeed in my course and I would fail at my degree because I hadn't done the maths required because they changed the course requirements on me. They changed the course requirements and then for like 2 classes they had us use the maths from the new requirements. But then every other class didn't. So that lecturer was just a wrong and cranky dude, and I'd love to shove my degree in his face, but the problem is that he would probably be able to very easily spin it on the way of being like, oh, it was motivational, tell someone you can't do it and they'll try extra hard to do it. It's like, well, I didn't do anything. I didn't even really have to study that extra maths because it wasn't even used. That class used the special maths like once or twice and then it was never used again. The dude was just being a grumpy bugger. But see, that's what I mean, is that there was a lot of unnecessary stress when I was in university because they kept restructuring classes and courses. Some of the lecturers were really nice. Others were a bitch. I don't think that guy, actually, I don't think he was even working there anymore by the time I left university. I think he was gone. Because I don't think I ever saw him again after that class. The coordinator was a very nice guy. I actually really liked him. I initially didn't think I would. I thought he looked very serious and he wasn't going to be like very helpful or kind. But no, actually, I took a class in creating shaders um, because there was some confusion about the point system that you use in order to get into classes and to get into specific things, into specific courses. Um, there was some confusion, and I wanted to take artificial intelligence, but I didn't get that. Instead, I had to take shaders. But I mean, that's okay. Shaders very useful information when making video games. But I couldn't for the life of me figure it out. It was maths heavy, but not normal maths. Like every number was replaced by letters and symbols, and I just couldn't get it. But that course coordinator, the degree coordinator, he was actually running that class. He was actually the lecturer and the tutor for that for that course, and I'm like, oh, okay. But he was actually a really nice dude. I mean, he offered as well his time when he was in his office for me to come over and get some help one-on-one with him. And so I went there a couple of times and I kept going, but I couldn't for the life of me get it to work. He wasn't even sure what I was doing wrong, but we tried and it didn't really pan out. In fact, I actually broke my laptop at one point. Like the clocks, I started compiling code and the clock stopped working on my computer. I was compiling code and my screen started flickering. The clock in the corner of the screen just stopped working and was just completely failing. The date system all died. I don't know what I did. Nothing on my code was even influencing my computer, but for some reason it was just like, no. Like, I think I was supposed to render colored squares or something like that, using the code that I was writing, but for some reason it just fucked up the computer. So I think that was actually when I had to go out and buy a new laptop, was because I think it started struggling and crashing and the hard drive kept failing, and I was worried I was going to start losing all my projects and assessments. Um, that was really weird. In the end, I dropped out of out of that course. I dropped out of shaders. But that's okay. I dropped out in the time frame that meant that I wasn't penalized monetarily. So I ended up only taking 3 courses that semester, instead of taking the usual 4. I only took 3. The um the lecturer, he did say that he genuinely thought I'd be able to pull through and figure it out and be able to continue the class. And I was kind of disappointed that I didn't agree with him in that respect, because I genuinely thought that I was fucked. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. The assessment due date was actually going to be before um, the cutoff period. No, sorry. I think the due date was like immediately after the cutoff period. So basically, the length of the assessment was while um, I had this grace period where I could withdraw from the course without it costing me anything or impacting my grades, what have you. But I couldn't figure it out, so I dropped out of the shaders course, which is disappointing. I would have loved to have known how to make shaders, because I've seen some very impressive shaders in video games and even in VR chat. There are some really cool things that people have made, but I can't for the life of me fucking figure it out. But there was an upside though. There was an upside. It meant that the next semester I only had to take 1 course in order to finish my degree, which was the artificial intelligence one. So I actually got to do the one I wanted to do. And since it was the only class I had to take, the only course, I was able to dedicate so much more of my time and effort to it. It wasn't stressful in the slightest. I actually quite enjoyed it, and it was my highest scoring um, course in my degree. I think I got a high distinction for that one, and I got the most I got the highest marks for that one out of all of the courses. I actually also won money, because we held a competition at the end of it all. For We had to create a bot. We had to create there was a mech given to us. We had a mech in a top-down team shooters. Well, not team shooter, but a top-down shooting style game, and you had to create an AI for it to walk around and fight, and retreat when you needed it to, take cover, that sort of thing. Sprint when needed. Half the class managed to find an exploit with the base code that we were given that let people sprint at all times. They could just permanently sprint. While they weren't penalized for it, the lecturer did tell them that that's not very nice that you did that, because that's a very obvious exploit that you're working with, and that's not in the spirit of things. But they weren't penalized for it. They didn't lose any marks. They just didn't gain any marks for doing this extra step to let their characters sprint permanently. But we held the competition at the end, and it was like the one class that I missed, the one singular day that I missed out of the entire year, was the day of that competition. I can't remember why. I can't remember why I missed it. I think I was sick or something. I did not win. No, I came second. I was actually the killing blow. The person who got first place, their bot killed mine in order to get first place. But I actually did still win money, because first place overall in the competition won X amount of Steam dollars. Like, it was all Steam money. It wasn't real money. It was Steam money. But they won X amount of dollars on Steam for coming first, and then everyone was to vote for their favorite robot, their favorite mech, the AI that they thought was the best. Turns out that was actually mine. I don't know why, because I did actually end up watching the footage, because the footage was posted to YouTube. So I did watch the footage. I watched my mech go around. And, I mean, with how many people were in that class and how many mechs were on the field, I don't know how they were actually picking their favorite one. It's entirely possible they might have just picked mine because it was second. But I'm pretty sure by the end of it, I think my mech was the only one that wasn't sprinting at all times. Maybe that was part of the reason, is that mine was the only one that was also still that was still being honest and using all the mechanics properly of retreating and walking and sprinting without actually just being crazy psycho robot running around. But I do that was a good class. That's what I mean by, like, there were good moments in university and there were stressful moments in university, and I really wish that I could just return to uni without the stress, but unfortunately those two things kind of go hand in hand. But good luck to that friend of mine who's returned to university. Hopefully it's not stressful for him, because I wasn't employed at the time when I was at university. I was unemployed while studying. He is currently employed while studying. So, good luck to him. I'm just gonna grab one of the people who... over here. Let's go... Can you just give me all of that hay? Yeah. And then come over here and we'll just drop it in their pen so that they have a little bit of food. Because while I was telling that story, I was just seeing these messages of all the animals that were having miscarriages because they were hungry. Only 18. So when it said 18, it wasn't, yeah, it wasn't 18 stacks, it was literally 18. Can you please pick up as much hay as humanly possible? 18. Drop the wood and pick up more hay. What the actual hell? Pick it up. Pick up the hay. Okay, I think that'll be fine for now. And we'll come over here and then we'll drop all the hay in their paddock. those hungry boomalopes? Can I do another thing yet? 5 hours. Come on. I want to go poke the void. I want to poke the void, and I want to provoke whatever is in there. And then I want to lock them up, because these containment areas are now better. It's not finished. I have 2 cells that I can use comfortably, and then... What the fuck? Why is this one 88? 88? Why is this one so much different? Is it the turret? No, because then why is this one 75? What? Because this one's 75, these are both 75 and they're using the same things. Electric inhibitors and a shard inhibitor. This one here is 65 and it's only using a shard inhibitor that's in the room next to it. Same as that. No, what? That one's 69. What determines a containment strength? Because these 2 rooms are exactly the same. But this one is supposedly a 69 strength and this one's 65. And these ones are mostly the same. The only difference is this one has a turret ready. But why was this one 88 when the electric inhibitor is not even working yet? And this one is 75. Shouldn't that one be higher? Holding platform containment strength. Determined by the total average hit points of surrounding walls and doors. But they're the same. Wall and door hit points. The door type. Electric inhibitors add 10 points. Shard inhibitors add 20. Well-lit rooms increase strength, dark rooms reduce it. Flooring, bioferrite flooring adds the total strength while I'm using wood, because I can't afford bioferrite floors. What do you think, I'm made of this shit? And then putting more than one containment cell holding platform in a containment cell decreases it too. But that doesn't explain how they're different. Is it the blood? Can having blood in the containment cell decrease its strength? No, it doesn't. Then why is that so much stronger? Oh, I just realized there's actually trash in there too. So like it. I do not understand. That's fine though. Can I poke the void? I can poke the void. Go poke the void. Give it a rigorous pokage. I'm not going to put in a security detail here because every time I've done this now, nothing's just showing up out of the blue, so it should be okay. That being said, man is downed. Like, I assume it has something to do with maybe the shard inhibitor being in the room with it, but like, that one's in the room with it. Man's fine. Dimming sky. Soon it'll be hard to see anything that isn't directly lit by lamps or torches. Build well-lit areas to survive. Craft disruptor flare packs to explore the darkness. Disruptor flare packs? The hell is a disruptor flare pack? I'm not. Am I in trouble? Um, disruptor flare pack. I don't see that in here. Oh, there it is. Disruptor flares. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to get that done. Because they need to research that at the actual Void Monolith, but it's about to get dark outside. Should I, maybe, would putting down normal lights make a difference? Put these down on each of the doors. Just on the off chance. I mean, you never know. Hmm. I feel like I should be concerned. Well, of course I should be concerned. I'm using the Anomaly DLC. Nothing in this is normal. Nothing in this should be happy and friendly. It should all be ooky spooky. Guess I better put down some conduits. Like so. Hi, Scrubs. I'm putting lights down everywhere because I was just told that the game's going to get very dark all of a sudden. I have no idea how dark it's actually going to get. Or if there's going to be anything in the dark, because it did tell me to make disruptor flares, which I can't make yet, so I'm expecting there to be some trouble. So I'm putting lights at all the doors and on the bridges. Where's all this dirt coming from? Has this always been here? Animal filth. Oh, it probably has been then. Soon it'll be hard to see anything that isn't directly lit by lamps or torches. Build well-lit areas to survive. Craft disruptive flare packs to explore the darkness. Maybe it's just flares. Maybe darkness soon. Alright guys, I'm gonna need you to actually plug in these lights sooner rather than later. Plug it in. Where's road? Yeah, build that as well. Okay. Well, that's all the entrances and exits lit up. Well, to the main building anyway. I don't have lights here over by the barn, but it's fine. I'm sure everything will be okay. Darkness is almost here. Only those in direct light from lamps, torches, or flares will be safe. To keep colonists in the light, you can restrict their movement in the Schedule tab by assigning allowed areas. An unnatural darkness is descending. Inhuman things move just outside the light. Pillars of jagged, oily metal are falling from the sky. They are terrible to look upon, but surely contain valuable technology. Reach them by building well-lit paths and destroy them to end this nightmare. Alternatively, if you can survive long enough, the darkness will dissipate on its own. Oh dear. Well, I can't leave the room. Oh shit. Alright, new area. It's kind of just everywhere, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. Alright, that's the top area marked. So that's basically just the indoors area only. If you must go outside, stick to the light. They didn't put any torches here, so that is probably too dark. That is also going to be too dark. I didn't name that. Hold on a minute. Manage areas. Lit area. There we go. Now they'll only stick to the lit area. I guess it's a good thing I've got those robots. Well, at least that one robot that's capable of building things, because he can go into the dark. Oh, so that's a Noctilith. Oh, that turret broke down. Oh, it actually broke the thing. And it landed on my fence. It broke the fence. Well, that's not very nice. Alright, hold on. It's outside the buildable area because of the darkness, so... Let's just... get people out here. Because that's still in the lit area, and then I'll shoot out this Noctilith. Is there another one nearby, or is that the only one that's... That's a Gorehulk. It looks like that's the only one in the immediate area. Yeah, I don't see any others in my direct area, so let's just open fire. What? The darkness has begun to stir. Inhuman chittering sounds emerge from somewhere within the inky black. Black insect-like noctils will attack from the darkness soon. What are you doing out there? Just gonna have to leave that assault rifle out there for now. Actually, why did I let you guys go? Grancia, I need you to go back out there and finish shooting. Come on. Darkness wavering. A faint crack appears in the darkness before being filled with more of the sooty black. Destroy the remaining Noctiliths to end the unnatural darkness. Well, where is the... I don't know where the other ones are. It's like a game. I can't see them. It's heckin' dark. Wait. Is it just killing all the animals? No, because like some of these are skeletons. I don't believe for a minute that it's actually killing anything. I think it just gives your colonists a debuff, basically. Yeah, I think being in the light is what actually protects you. Being in the dark is what gets you in trouble. So if I actually stick to the light, I'll be fine. Okay. Well, that's not actually too bad. Bloodlight. I mean, this is enough to allow colonists to move between the two areas, so... They're able to move around comfortably, still. And look, they're actually still adding more light out there as I put them down, so... That being said, they obviously can't build the light over here in order to move through this area or through this area because of the darkness. So if I preemptively tell the colonists that they can move over that way. Okay. They also need the exact tile that things are being moved around on. Back in the light. Hold on, missing... Are we actually missing the materials to make this? That Noctil's definitely going to die on the way there, but I figured it's worth a shot. Yeah, we don't have enough steel. Alright. In that case, I'm taking this area off the area that we can travel to because it's too dark and it's not safe. It's not safe. I probably don't need to like enforce specifically that area, so hold on if I just... Annoyingly though, I don't have a way of getting over here though. I don't have a direct path, so these animals are on their own for now. Oh, the monolith actually produces light. Well, I guess it's good. That's good then. It means that I could have continued studying there if I had a path that led to it. This is working. This is working. Oh, there's a Noctil. A Noctilith. I can't really get to it though. It's in the dark, but... I mean, I suppose I can get to it. It's just the monsters are prowling in the darkness, so as long as I'm careful. They don't appear on my map on my zoomed out area though. Well, I was about to tell him to go pick up a gun, but it's fine. I'm gonna go after it. I just want as many people as I can to be here, so that way if we do get attacked while we're in the dark, we'll be able to fight them off. Alright, here we go. What kind of pathing is this, you two? Okay, where is it? Up there. Alright. Everyone back into the light. Oh god. Who is the least injured out of all of you buggers? It's looking to be Fume. Alright, who is capable of running? Okay, not you. I think you could probably do it, Jess, but I don't want to risk you. And Nato I'm not going to be able to really do anything with because of all these injuries. Alright, Finch. No, 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 don't go that way. Go this way. Why? Why won't you go that way? I don't know why you insist on going this way, but... Alright, so basically what I learnt from that exercise is that you can't be in the dark at all. I thought it was just that if you're in the dark, it increases the chance of a monster attack, but no, it turns out... What are you doing out there? Oh, the psychoid. Binging on psychoid. He's in the dark. I mean, I'm glad this got knocked down, but for love of God, my dude, get back in here. Alright. I think we'll be okay. Because, I mean, obviously everyone is injured. But no one is dying, kind of. How are you doing? Suffering from blood loss. Surprisingly, you're not actually hurt. Like, you're injured, and you've got wounds. But despite your trip into the darkness, you're actually fine. Weird. Wow, Adams doesn't even have uh, an injury from a noctule. The injury is they have a gunshot wound in the body, but gunshot wound came from another colonist. Another colonist accidentally shot him. So, well, now what? Because hey, look, a shard. Because I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Uh, that was probably a good thing for me to do, was because it did reduce the time until the darkness goes away. But I don't see any more. I don't see any more. I also don't see a reason to go out there and face them, because it's easy to make the colonists stay inside, pretty much. Like, we have enough food left over, so that way they can just stay here for a bit. I don't know how long this darkness is gonna last. A big stretch. What? Why have we slowed down? Who's fighting? Who's in danger? It's not you, you're in the light. Why did we slow down? The quest expires in 7 hours. Look, don't get me wrong, I could definitely do this, but that this special prisoner is definitely not landing in the light. What the hell? Where did you come from? What? Oh, fuck me. It's a fucking dog carrying a dead Noctul. I thought that was a Noctul. I didn't see there's a dog underneath it. Oh, for goodness sake, just scared the snot out of me for no reason. I thought that one of these things had just run out of the darkness to attack to attack Squirrel. But no, it's literally just a dog carrying the corpse. Because for some reason the dogs are fine to travel in the darkness, so I'm kind of relying on the dogs to do everything. The benefit of having so many dogs. I'm gonna have another drink. Is it still alive out there? Death in 1 hour. I suppose I can add this to the lit area as well. What? Hold on. Pause. Something had just attacked Rolal. I'm still adding areas to the light, but like what? What? Just where's Rolal? There you are. Repairing wooden wall. Oh, he ran through the darkness in order to get to this area. Oh, Yuki's about to do the same. So if there isn't a direct path, but it still says they can be in an area, they will still try to get to said area. I don't think I like that, because it means that they have a chance to take damage on the way. Yeah. Take that away. Take that away. I guess also then take this away. If it's not directly attached to the building, don't be there. I'd love to have a Noctowl in my containment area, but I don't know if I... This is a Noctowl being carried by an elephant. But I don't know if I want to risk sending colonists out there to provoke an attack. Because they need to attack one of those, like, one of those spiky walls. But the thing is, I don't know where the spiky walls are. And as long as they're in the dark, they take damage. So which means I need a spiky wall near me, but I don't even see a spiky wall. I'm glad they don't expire, actually. Yeah, I'm not seeing any more of those spiky walls, but they have to be around, otherwise otherwise the darkness should just end. Oh, that's the anima tree. Oh, there it is. It's over there. That's miles away. No chance. There's no chance. Are you stupid? No, she doesn't like any of these tables. She doesn't like any of these tables. Gotta walk all the way over here so she can have her food. Sorry if you're hearing the fan, well not fan, but like a little bit of wind. I decided to turn the air conditioning on. It's getting a bit warm in here again. Now that I have my own personal air conditioner, it's much nicer being able to just be like, yep, I need the aircon on. But it's just something I've got to keep an eye on when it comes to power usage. Well, I think this really is just the waiting game now, isn't it? Because, like, I don't want to send them out into the darkness. And I don't have a way to get them all the way down there. Eh. Are you still binging on Psych IT after all this time? Like, I'm actually tempted to just arrest man to get to exploit him out of his state, but like that just it feels cheap doing that trick. I really only do that if it's like a really big thing, like they're about to go and kill another colonist, because you would arrest them if they announced they were going to go kill another colonist, or if they were leaving because that's inconvenient. It's really inconvenient. And don't get me wrong, this is still inconvenient, but at least I can handle this. Who does the mining? Man does mining, and Road does mining. They're the only two people who do mining. Well, Man is currently busy, and Road... oh, he's about to do the drilling. Okay, well, there we go. I don't think we even got... Did we actually get any iron out of that? I immediately forgot who does the mining. There we go. You know what would really be bad right now, actually? Thinking about it? The worst possible thing to happen is a solar flare. Plunges the entire colony into darkness. Would be absolutely devastating. That'd be the bit where I would then send every colonist that we have into the buildings and then just lock them in there. Something in the darkness attacks Chef? Chef's not in the dark. Maybe he stepped into the darkness briefly. Oh, in here, of course. Well, I'm not fixing that. How long did he stand in there for? Because the darkness doesn't bite you straight away. It bites you after prolonged exposure to the dark. So how long was he stood in there for? Hey, the floodlight. How big is this area? Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. Look at all that area. All that reclaimed base area. I'm gonna need more of those floodlights around. Damn. It's amazing. Well, I want another one over there. One up there. And I officially now want floodlights here. And here. Anywhere else? I don't think there's anywhere else that desperately needs floodlights. guess I could put one here. One there. That's a really nice light, though. I should last quite a while. And it means that we can now regain access to the heal route again. I mean, it's not going to grow because we don't have sunlight, actually. Sun lamps, that's a good idea. But they're very expensive power-wise. Yeah, like that floodlight, for instance, 50 watts. The sun lamp, 2,900. I mean, yeah, it'll cover the area. Well, actually, I'm gonna need two of them, but it means I can keep growing this stuff all night long. But that's a lot of power. It turns out that this whole ordeal is not actually that stressful, to be honest. I thought it was going to be very stressful. When I said it was going to get very, very dark, I was like, oh dear, this is bad. But, like, it doesn't eat the animals. It doesn't attack the mechs. Meaning that I can just let the mechs and all of the dogs that I have go and do all the hauling and building for me. Right now I'm digging out steel that's inside my territory, so it's inside the lit area, so I don't have to worry about the dark here. And I had enough steel on hand in order to put down some basic lights to begin with, so all things considered, this is not actually that bad a situation to be in. Maybe for like an early colony, an earlier colony, this would probably actually be really, really bad. Also, this watermill generator is actually really damaged. What the hell? Glad we're rebuilding it. Thank you, little constructoid. This would probably be very devastating if I was playing a brand new colony that didn't have access to lights, or even more stressful if I had if I only had wooden lights, torches, that I had to refuel with wood, because obviously I don't have a large amount of trees, and without any sun lamps, these trees aren't growing. Pretty sure. Are they growing? I don't think they are. But see, that's what I mean, is that all the darkness and whatnot, the trees aren't growing, so there's a limited amount of wood on the field. Thankfully, I have plenty of wood right now, and plenty of stone. And being able to get steel in the dark, like this, actually, it kind of means that I am not disadvantaged at all, otherwise, aside from the fact that there's no food. That being said, there is a nocturnal attack about to occur. Where? All the way over there. Oh, good. Man's finally gotten clean. Are they coming in now, or are they waiting? I think they're coming in now. Also, apparently, Kasumi is now having issues. Ugh, excuse me. I'll take them off the roster. So they're just sort of sitting there. Oh, they're attacking that turret. You know what? It's kind of funny. That was pretty funny. Where's the other Noctil? Ah, it's here. Okay. Okay. Now, Benitez. Capture that Noctil. Put it in here. Yes. Put it in there. Go, go, go. I would love to capture these ones as well, but it's in the dark. I'm not going to be able to go fetch that. Like, he's so far away, by the time I get over there and get back again, he's definitely going to die. Really? It died instantly? What about that one over there? Oxygen deprivation, clinical death, and moderate blood loss. Well, he's not going to survive that. Death in 3 hours. Am I not going to be able to... I'm not going to be able to catch any of these damn things. Uh... Oh well. Can I fire one of these mortars at them? Would that work? Do I have to put someone with high shooting skill on it? Maybe? I probably. Who has the highest shooting skill? 14 on Hotaru, 15 on Fume. Alright, Fume. I want you to man that steel mortar and see if you can destroy that Noctilith from all the way over here. Because I didn't even consider that as being a potential option. But you know what? It makes sense. Oh. You missed. Where did you go? Not loaded. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, have they gone to go get another round? No, I think they're I think that was it. God damn it. One shot and then they gave up. And I've already forgotten who it was. It was Fume, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh no, there they are. Okay. Come on, Fume. You can do it. It's probably going to take numerous shots anyway, but... Open fire. You missed. Oh god, and you started a fucking fire. Was that an incendiary round? Fume. Oh no, what have you done? That is potentially so bad. This building is not fireproof. You missed again. Alright, Fume. Fourth time's the charm? Fume, you are terrible at this. Like, I know that there's... I know that it says that it's not super accurate, but, like, come on. I guess it is producing a source of light. How many more of these rounds do I actually have? Tox shells. And then that's it. Am I gonna make more of these? Make more shells? High explosive shells. Oh, hold on, I have them there. Am I storing it somewhere else? Because I only saw the Tox ones in there. But the game says I have at least 20 of the high explosive shells. Where are they being stored? Okay, well, they can be stored in here, so I'm guessing they're probably in here somewhere. I just can't see them because there's so much stuff. So, Fume, use a different shell. Stop using incendiary ones. Where are the non-incendiary shots? Where even is it? Oh, wait a minute, hang on. That's the third storage room. There's the second one up here. Which, oddly enough, doesn't actually have a light attached to the wall. Right here. Strange. There they are. What do you mean no nearby unreserved shells for steel mortar? Where were they? Were they on this side? Yeah, they're over here. Can you pick up those explosive shells? Let's say 5. I mean, to be honest, if you don't hit it in 5 more shots, then I'm going to be upset. You got it? Awesome. Now head back down here. I'll put on you. He's like, no, you're carrying mortar shells. Oh, there's no shells. You missed. Again. Honestly, this is getting quite embarrassing. How can you be missing all of these shots? That's so many. Well, it destroyed some of the fire. You have 2 shots left. Make it count. Bet you that mortar's not even going to do that much damage, if any. You missed. Alright, last... Was that the last shot? Ugh. What a waste of resources these mortars are. Well, I guess now we watch the fire spread and hope it doesn't take out the colony. And just hope that the unnatural darkness ends relatively soon, so that way I can go out. I can go out there and put out the fire, because the mortars were kind of like my last-ditch effort of being able to take out that thing, because I don't have a reliable way of moving around in the darkness. Not unless I just want to build a line of torches everywhere, and I don't really want to do that. The void provocation ritual can be performed again. Oh, lovely. Except for the fact that I don't have anywhere to go. Why the hell would I want to do that right now? A new harbinger tree is sprouted. Okay. Surprisingly close, actually, to the... Oh, wait, there's a whole bunch of these harbinger trees. Apparently Gert's got nothing to do. What does Gert normally do? Cooking and fishing. Oh yeah, well we don't have any food. Oh, we actually have no food. Just thinking. What are the rules I have in place for butchering creatures? We're allowed to use animals. Not allowed to use human-like. I guess we could use entity corpses. What's this one that's suspended? Oh, the everything. I'm gonna have to send you out into the darkness, I'm afraid. Where are you moving it to? The table. I don't know. I need you to bring it in here. There we go. Now we got a little bit of meat. Man, that fire is going to absolutely destroy all the trees in this region. I can't believe I'm out of food. Yes, there is a fire nearby. Uh, well, how many elephants do I have? Because they're gonna have a lot of meat on them. Just two. That's quite interesting. The fact that I have a male and female elephants, but they're not breeding. Interesting. You might just kill the elephants because, like, I think I'm at the stage now where there's plenty of animals for me to butcher, but I can't get over there. Why was that floodlight created first, not that one? If this floodlight was created first, this would have been much better. I just realized as well, I put the floodlight on the inside for these two, but then I put it on the outside for these ones, so whoops. Let me just quickly fix that. Alright, build that. Like, in all seriousness, I really need to get access to the animals again. Like, I didn't think this darkness was that bad, but it's now lasting for a lot longer than I was expecting. Ta-da! Now we have access to the animals area again. Fire is getting close, but it's still in the dark area. put another floodlight there, just to sort of fill in the area. But I need to add this area. I need this bit built up, because then the hay grass can be fully planted again. Though obviously it's too dark for it right now. But then I can walk over to the boomlopes again. Though in the dark, it doesn't mean an awful lot. I don't have the steel either. What if I just ran out there? Attacked the Noctilith. I didn't want to do it, but what if I just went out there with a whole bunch of torches? I really didn't want to do it because it's so awful. Because there's going to just be all these torches dotted around everywhere, but, like... It's getting very close. I need the fire put out. It's getting too close, and it's going to start damaging buildings. Yeah, see? Alright. Everyone back in. Alright. This is not what I was hoping for. What do you mean missing one corpses? There's literally a duck in here. Miss Jess. I've got too many people. There we go. If I change that to low, and then, well, I didn't realize there was a dark spot in the middle of my colony. And then priority preferred. Signaled. Where are you signaled? Gert, you're pulling an all-nighter to slaughter animals. Don't be ridiculous. Put that down. Put it down. Ah, what the hell? Okay, well, it's lit area now. Emma is being burned by superheated air. Oh, shit. I think my colony is actually in serious trouble now. Why are they in here? You're not supposed to be in there. Emma, Tumbleweed, Larissa, Cecilia. This might be the end of the colony. I didn't think this darkness was all that bad, and then it's just like, it just kept going. Damn. Well. For fuck's sake, the insane ramblings is so annoying. No, they're dead. Seriously, Hotaru? Oh, sail's gone. Gert and Squirrel are going to be next. Because the thing is, this fire, the reason why I'm pretty confident this is over is because this fire is just going to keep spreading all the way around the side of the building and only ever stop at the river. And the thing is, it wouldn't have even mattered because like I could have extinguished the fire when it was over here, and sure, this whole lower building would probably be fine. This one, however, would have been screwed because the boomalopes died from starvation. I'm never doing boom loops again. They need to be very far away from the rest of the colony. Or just not allowed to breed to begin with. I can't even speed it up because the colonists are getting injured. Like, I did research the turrets that sprayed the fire. It's the fire extinguishers. I researched the fire extinguishers. I couldn't think of a good word to use. I did research the fire extinguishers, but I couldn't put them down because they would require resources I didn't have at the time, or even are they anyway? Because like I didn't even bother to look into it because I knew that I wouldn't be able to afford it. There it is, foam turret. Yeah. 140 chem fuel, 100 steel, 3 components. Problem is I didn't have much of the steel at the time, and I definitely didn't have the components. I think this colony is done for. I think I just might need to concede that even though we might actually recover from this, the colony is going to be in serious trouble. Because this whole area down here is fucked. It's gone. Because like I said, this fire is going to spread throughout the trees and basically just brush the entire lower side of this colony. So I'm going to lose all the walls on the outside of this building. And the fire's obviously going to spread to the ones that are in the side. So this whole place is going to burn down. We already have Lamp who's leaving because he's given up. We've had one colonist. No, we've had 2 colonists death, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we're going to be able to stifle this fire before it reaches here. And once it reaches these batteries, the whole place is going to blow up. I think the geothermal generator will do the same if it reaches over there. Pretty sure we've still got some more of those. Yeah, high explosives in here. Basically, this colony it's done for. The problem was I ran out of food, so the colonists and the animals really is a big problem because like I was recovering animals. I reacted too late, basically. Because I started slaughtering some of my own dogs in order to get some food. And I didn't make these lights. These floodlights until it was too late for the colonists to go in there and get food. Unfortunately, I just reacted too late. The boom loop starved and blew up. And set fire to the upper building. Same time as this one down here. Setting fire to the lower building. I probably could have, like I said, stopped this from happening, the lower building from burning up, but let's be realistic. This darkness was actually way more devastating than I thought it would be. Oh, yeah, hey, look, a Noctowl attack now. Well, with any luck, the turrets will deal with them, but I just need to know now if destroying this would have brought the light back. So I'm sending these two. To take on this. Relaxing socially, it says. Wow. What the actual hell? What is wrong with my colonists? You just like Jitter just decided, oh yeah, I have a gun, but I'm gonna go and melee the spiky wall of doom. And then when I told Jitter to stop being stupid and retreat, Fume just fucking unloaded a whole fucking mag into it. It's like, are you kidding me? This colony never had a chance. No matter how good this colony looked, there was no chance. I'm stupid, the colonists are stupid. Another Noctowl attack. And they're actually appearing out of the dark. My god. That was all it needed. For the darkness to go away. What am I hearing? Oh. The grave for Gert. Funeral. I mean, sure, but also, the house is burning down. You know, if it started raining, I might actually be able to recover from this. But, like, this fire is now going to spread along the wall here and along the wall here. So if it doesn't start raining immediately, I'm going to be in trouble. Apparently I can speed up time again now, though. So how many colonists did I lose? Death of Sale. Oh, goody. Someone was learning. The Sale died. Lamp left. Gert died. Adams ran wild, which means that he's no longer part of the colony Uber. Alright, so we had 2 deaths, 1 leave, 1 run wild. So we lost 4 colonists. And it's raining. Oh, Sniff just died. Benitez just died. It's kind of a shame that Sniff died, because he was the social butterfly. He's actually very helpful. Jitter just died. And now we have fights going on. Does my author, the fucking game master or whatever, just hate me something right now? Because like it's just spitting out everything. A sight stealer showed up. What an absolute mess. Like, I guess in the grand scheme of things, I didn't actually lose much of this upper section. Or this lower section. The biggest loss were the colonists. Why was there a boomalope in the building? Okay, well now we have a problem. Because the rain's not going to extinguish this stuff. God, Chef, you are an idiot. Ah, man. Oh, gee, thanks for that light. So... Oh, man. So what did I actually lose then? Like, what jobs are not being done anymore? We only have 1 doctor left. One person who's proficient in mining. And that's it. Wow. Okay then. I mean, obviously, one of our bigger hits is that we've lost access to the comms. Well, sorry, we've not lost access, but we've lost someone who's capable of reading the comm, of getting, like, good deals. But we might actually be able to recover this place. Oh, look, there's Adams. Hey, Jess. Can you arrest Adams, please? And then we'll put him in a cell. Because Adams is our big crafter. I forgot about him. So we'll put Put Adams in a cell. What religion does he follow? Neo-corruption. Alright, well in that case, while that's happening, I guess I'll convert him. No, I don't. We want... I guess we can do both at the same time. Because we want Adams to return to us because he's the guy that makes all the crafting stuff. Do we actually have anyone to do that in the meantime? Chef. Yeah, okay. But Chef has that as his secondary thing. First of all, he's got to do his handling jobs, and there's a lot of animals to go through, so you won't be doing much. Codfish is dead from malnutrition. Man, that graveyard is really filling out now, huh? Who's our next best social butterfly? 9. Squirrel and Grancia both have the same social of 9. Signaled also has 9. And where did that just happen? Do we have another fire? What is... Enough! Enough at the... Enough! Let's get Rilal to try and see if they can help, but Rilal doesn't run very fast. Oh, yeah. Which one's Codfish? That one there. Because I mean, if the funeral goes well, they actually get plus mood, and I feel like at this point they probably take any mood they probably need any mood they can get. Yeah, see, everyone gets +5. Okay, road. Oh wait, no, Grancia is still doing it. Okay. Tending to Petunia? Who's Petunia? I don't know. I don't know which one Petunia is. Burgundy the Timberwolf has just died. A funeral for Burgundy. I don't know if I really want to bother doing a funeral for Burgundy. Like, I'm sorry, the dog died, but you have any idea how much death and loss we've experienced so far? I'm kind of tempted to just let anyone who isn't a colonist die. And then we'll restart from there. Because this is actually not as bad as I thought it was. I was partly expecting once this damn thing disappeared, I was expecting it to stay dark and that'd be it. But it turns out that's not actually true. Once that was gone, the darkness went away immediately, and thankfully there was the rain appeared early enough that I was able to it extinguished the fires. But we've lost pretty much all of the boomalopes that we had. We've suffered a serious amount of damage to the upper and lower colony buildings. It's not catastrophic damage because we can repair this, we can repair this. But still, and we lost 4 colonists. No, actually, hold on. We lost... Hang on, we lost Cotfish as well. And Jitter. But Adams came back, so... So we lost 5 or 6 colonists in that. Temple Wolf. Oh yeah, Squirrel has an infection in their head. Yep, Squirrel just died. Now did we lose someone? Now did we lose a job? No. We are heavily down on available jobs, but no, we did not lose another job. Oh shit. Squirrel was... Oh dear. Well. Okay, there we go. So I just cleared out all the notifications on the right side of my screen, except for the deaths and like gave ups. That way I could actually see how many people I lost properly. So Sale, Gert, Sniff, Benitez, Jitter, Cotbish, and Squirrel all died. We also had Lamp give up and Adams run wild. However, we have Adams imprisoned, so we could possibly get him back. Also, really, -1. Oh well, +5, -1. Colonist died. 5. Yeah. Oh look, 5. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excuse me? Do you not care about 2 of them? I guess probably not. A bulk goods trader. Caravan. Who was our social butterfly? Because yeah. I think I saw one that was 9, didn't I? Yeah, so Grancia signaled. Well, right now Grancia is sleeping, so I'll get them to do it. I like how your priorities are set, by the way, there, Road. Building the pool table first, before the walls. What a mess that was. Like, it didn't even go the way I thought it would. When it said that there was darkness encroaching, I was like, okay, it's going to get really dark and there's going to be things in the darkness that's going to attack me, which was true. But the darkness stayed around for a very long time, to the point where I ran out of food and everyone started starving. Because some of the colonists died from starvation, others died from fire. It was brought on from the animals starving to death and exploding. Well, you're in luck, because I have a lot of money, and I'm going to use it to buy us meat and food. That's all you guys have? A bulk goods trader, and your bulk goods is kind of not there. Oh, they'll actually take my animals off me. Hold on. I think I might get rid of the camels. Because to be honest, I don't really know why I have the camels in the first place. There's a camel named Da Vinci. Is that it for the camels? Yeah, we have a lot of ducks. Though I suppose we're a little behind on the slaughtering now, so... Do I need cows while I also have bison? Probably not. But I mean, I have ducks, chickens, cows, pigs, bison, goats. So. And camels, but I'm about to get rid of all the camels. Let me buy... Oh, wait, no, they only have 3. Okay, I was gonna say, let me buy more meds, but... Because I thought I only had 3 there, but no, we're fine. Where? I think that's it. They don't have fully made meals or anything, and I don't want the camels in my colony anymore. I could... Oh, wait, hang on. Can I sell you the boomalope? I don't want them here either. I'd rather start that from scratch if I can. I cannot sell you any boomalopes. Alright, that's fine. Sell you the bad clothing. Trader's not willing to buy items. Well, he's not for sale. Anything that I really need either? Not really. I've got tons of cloth and everything. I guess if they had components, I would have bought that, but they don't. Alright. Accept. Camels are yours. And the food is ours. Ducks. Bup, bup, bup. Ba-da, ba-da. I like that they're just hanging around in the water. Just having a swim. Does it actually say that they're swimming, or does it just say they want... No, it doesn't. Actually, I can't see what they're saying. So. Oh. Man's just died. It's a timber wolf. You know what? Something I probably should have done. Until the colony gets back on its feet. If you need to do something, you do it. I don't know why I didn't think to do this before, but, you know. If you need to do something, then you do it. For who? Oh, for Sniff. Alright, and the next one? Moral guide present. Oh, right, because with how many colonists died, I probably did actually lose the moral guide, didn't I? Tuh. My rival Gert died, +2. My rival Duel died, +3. Oh, he actually died, did he? Oh, he did. Okay, well, technically, Duel's also dead, but he was never a colonist, so he didn't really count. Good funeral, +12. Sorry, yeah, times 3 +12. So we got minus 19 basic. No, sorry, we got minus 9 from 5 dead colonists. Minus 1 extra for that. For the lackluster funeral, and also minus 5 for no commissar steam. But then we have plus 8 for heartwarming funeral, plus 12 for 3 good funerals, and then plus 5 for 2 different rivals being dead. What an absolute mess. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Like I said, I thought it was going to get dark and I was going to get attacked if I was in the dark. But it went on for so long that I started starving. Who does the cooking now, by the way? Ralal and Jess. Ralal, Jess, and Signaled. Okay. Where's Ralal? There you are. Sleeping? No, I need you to butcher. I need you to butcher and I need you to cook. Okay. Well, I'll probably leave that there so that way I can go get my lunch. Um, absolute shit show. Why are the lights? Why are there lines between each of the lights like that? I don't know. That's weird. But we can deconstruct them because I don't need them anymore. Oh my god, the fucking forest is gone. Forest is gone except for the harbinger trees and the fucking anima tree. This side is still here. This is gone. This is all gone. And we've suffered a lot of damages and a lot of losses. But realistically, we still have enough colonists to make this work, and enough of them are skilled in the jobs that we have them on that realistically everything can still be done. It's just going to require more effort because there's less colonists for each job. But it is possible. I like how all of those deaths there on the right-hand side. Adams ran wild and is now currently imprisoned. Lamp just gave up and fucked off. I don't blame him. Everything that was going on. I mean, if he fucked off while there was darkness about, he could have gotten himself killed. But the darkness is gone, so now he's like, okay, well, fuck this. I'm done. Everything's on fire. All my colonist friends are dying. I mean, I expected this to be over, but this is potentially salvageable. But I will probably do that later, because I'm hungry. Thank you all for watching me drastically underestimate the power of making shit dark. Bye everyone, you all have yourselves a good day. Where did he go? He's not out here. Oh, he's probably in here waiting for crewmate. No? Where did he go? He's not a colonist, so he won't be allowed out here. You're not butchering him, are you? Where is he? No? I'm confused. Oh, there, no, he is there. He's just... I didn't recognize him because he's got the thorns from the harbinger tree there. Alright. Goodbye. Just don't know what that yellow's... Don't know what that circle is for. Toodaloo.